Hello everybody, High Flyers Tag Team, and I'm back here with a video today that honestly I wasn't sure if I was going to make or not. I wasn't really planning on talking about Godzilla Zero too much, but the new trailer dropped today and surprisingly it's piqued my interest enough to actually talk about it. Now what I'm saying about this, like when I bring it up, is I haven't been super invested in modern Toho. Not a lot. Like, I like a lot of the short stuff they do. I love Godzilla vs. Gigan Rex. The ride's cool. The Ava ride's cool. They have the short films the past few years. They have another one coming this year. But their actual, like, big mainstream full-length projects have not been too invested in me. I didn't really care for the Earth trilogy. There was things I liked about Singular Point, but it wasn't my favorite thing in the world. And I'm going to say something probably controversial, but I'm not a fan of Shin Godzilla either. I wasn't really thinking about looking too deep into this movie because there was not really any reason for me to do so. I didn't feel like I had no interest. I didn't think they were going to be able to actually do anything necessarily pique my interest. I thought the concept that we heard about was cool, but I honestly thought for the next however many years, the Monsterverse and the American stuff is going to be the only stuff that really interested me. However, we got that new trailer today for Godzilla Zero, formerly, now officially called Godzilla -1, which is a very interesting title, I must say, but we'll talk about that here in a little bit. It's got my interest. It's got me at my interest, I won't lie. This trailer has provided very much what I'm looking for in a modern 54 sort of remake. I don't feel like it's right to compare everything back to 54. I don't think that's fair, and I think that causes issues if you do everything like that. But when I look for these solo Godzilla movies with all this destruction, chaos, when Godzilla's like this bad guy, that would be the film that I always choose to look back at because it has exactly what I would hope for in something like that. There hasn't really been a film since that has done anything like that for me, but this 30-second teaser is already providing me a good chunk of what I'm looking for in a movie like this, and I'm hoping it keeps that up. I want to say, first off, the cinematography, I honestly think looks amazing. It gives me a lot of 2014 vibes. Some of the shots really do. Some of them look like they're taken straight out of 2014, or even like 2014's like concept trailer back in the day from Comic-Con 2012. And I really like that. I really like that cinematography. I'm hoping this teaser is a good representation of what's going to be happening throughout the movie. We get a lot of great shots from human perspective, too, of the destruction going on. And man, the destruction, it looks absolutely gorgeous. That really caught my attention. We're seeing a lot of the aftermath, and we're seeing it from the effects it has on the people, which is something I don't feel like we've really gotten in any solo movie too much since 54. We really haven't really got this level of, I don't feel like, it looks like this is exactly from a person's perspective, like any day civilian, not someone in the government, not, you know, someone just cleaning up the aftermath. No, this looks like we're going to be seeing it from people's perspective, and that does also excite me. We even have a shot in the trailer, it looks like protesting is going on. These shots, whenever we start getting to the shots of Godzilla that actually show in the trailer, I love these shots. We get one of Godzilla just spinning around, and you know, you just see absolute chaos and destruction and death here, and I love that. People seem genuinely like they're scared, they're dying, and I love that feeling. I absolutely love the shot where people are running and Godzilla is just walking behind them. And there's this really cool effect where he steps down and all the ground around his feet actually like crumbles and comes into the air just from how heavy he is. That's very cool, and I can't think of really any other Godzilla movie has done that to that extent, where he just steps down and stuff's breaking. Like, you can't even be near his step or you're probably gonna die. Really good sense of scale. It's scary. I like that. There's also some other unique first-person POV shots I was liking, and I'm genuinely enjoying that element of it, and I'm really hoping that this teaser accurately represents the final product. I would say the main two things I'm concerned about now is who's the composer and how's the characters, because one, composer is always extremely important to me. I have some ideas in mind of who I think would make a great composer, especially during these scenes of mass chaos and destruction, like the little girl crying in the street and stuff. Beautiful. There's some really good composers in Japan you could hire for this. I have a few in mind. And then on the other hand, I really got to see what the human characters are, because I'm really hoping we don't get like some cardboard cutout or plot devices or anything just so there can be a human cast. I know some people say they come to Godzilla movies only for Godzilla, but I'm not one of those people. I come for Godzilla, but I know there has to be a story and people to connect to and a reason to care about what's going on. So I'm really hoping that we get a bit more on that soon. I'm really hoping the human characters are also a huge point to this movie. I'm kind of hoping for some civilian POVs, like characters. That would be nice. Just people caught in the chaos. That would be extremely nice. And I'm just hoping they're well built, and I'm hoping the world around them is also well built. Also, the whole concept of this movie is very interesting too. It seems like it's right after the bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, and the trailer talks about how Japan's lost everything, and here's Godzilla now on top of that, and that's a very interesting concept. We're actually going to see a Japan, like a country that's already very devastated from some big disaster, and then here comes Godzilla. It's like, what do? It's, you know, the hopelessness in that. They could do some amazing stuff with that. Again, though, I'm trying to bite my tongue because it's like, I'm not getting my hopes up, but I'm really hoping they take advantage of that concept, because that is a concept they could do a lot with. The idea of just a Godzilla appearing right after the bombings, and Japan's already on the verge of just complete collapse, and they're hopeless as it is, and then Godzilla pops up. A very cool concept, and I really hope, again, that they really do invest in that concept. There's other things I can talk about, like the effects. I mean, they look normal for a lot of the modern Japanese movies. It looks just like Shin Ultraman stuff. I'm sure there's going to be some really good shots. I'm sure there's going to be some really bad shots, but we'll just have to wait and see when the movie comes out. At least what's going on in the story and like what's going on the screen at least looks promising. Well, hoping for the story, but what's being shown on the screen is very promising. And I'm very curious on what Godzilla -0 means. I know we had some leak a few months, or actually like almost a year ago, I think, but there's nothing really proving that's being real, because I know some people are connecting it with that. I've also heard some rumor going around about Godzilla's origins in this movie that I will not say, because I'm not going to be spoiling anything in this video. But if that's the case too, I mean, that's also a pretty crazy concept. We'll have to see what they do. I'm not getting my hopes up, but this trailer has piqued my interest, and it's coming out December 1st in the US, confirmed. We'll only have to wait a month to see it. Maybe we can actually avoid getting spoiled over here in the US. I doubt it, but there's going to be a full-on release in the US in December. That's cool they confirmed that, so I'll definitely be there to check it out. I'm really hoping this teaser trailer, though, represents the final product, and yeah, I mean, here we go. That's my first thoughts. So what do you all think? Let me know down in the comments below. I hope you enjoy. As always, please share, subscribe. Peace out, and bye-bye.